So I met Pat 20 years ago in April 2005. That's exactly 20 years ago, on the 23rd of April. In fact, I went to Dublin just to see what the town was like. And I saw this man sitting on the street and I thought he was homeless. And then I saw that there were books spread out in front of him. And I thought, well, these must be second-hand books he's selling to make a living. And as I approached, I noticed that the books, all the portraits on the books were a portrait of the man that was sitting there selling them. So of course I got interested. And I picked up this book and I had a look and I loved the poems. But I put the book back down and I left. And about 200 meters down the road, I thought, why on earth didn't you buy the book? So I went back. And if I hadn't turned back to go and buy this book, I would never have known the story of Pat Ingoldsby. So you might be wondering why I love these poems so much. For me, it's prose, for one. They're so easy to understand and they're just so human. Who is Pat? Pat is this extraordinary man, an extraordinary artist, an artist to the core, who had a very public life up until the age of 50 or so, and he took a life choice and decided to leave his fame behind him and to write poems and sit in the street and sell them. Pat died on the 1st of March 2025, and he had already decided that he would give to me the body of his work, so I'm now responsible for everything. Before his death, I had a project. I wanted to select all the poems that have to do with the streets of Dublin, that are like snapshots of life on the streets of Dublin. He was very excited with the project. Unfortunately, he's not there to see it. So how did I choose what I call these street poems? I went through each one of Pat's books. I found about 1,000 poems, all beautiful, and I trimmed that down to 300. So there'll be about 300 of Pat's street poems in the book. And I'm going to add some of these photos because these are photos that Pat took for me when he was selling on the streets to show me what it was like. And it seems to me that that's where they belong in this new book. Why this book? Because I believe in Pat, because I believe in Pat's poems, because he did something quite extraordinary, which is he sat almost on the same spot in Dublin for a period of 20 years, documenting in lyrical form, that is in poems, what was going on around him. It's like street photography, but where each photo is a poem. I'd love you to discover Pat's poems. I'd love you to discover his singular mind, the very humane way he has of saying things. I'd love you to discover these unique glimpses of Dublin over a period of 20 years. I loved compiling these poems, and I'm sure you'll love reading them. It would be great if you could help us produce this book by taking part in this crowdfunding campaign. Thank you.